Hello everybody and welcome to the face reading for successful relationships. Today I will be talking about Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Of course, as face readers, we're interested in knowing what in their morphology makes it easy or difficult to make this relationship the source of joy and fulfillment. By the way, for those of you who are with me for the first time today, if you get interested in the subject of face reading, you can watch my YouTube's Introduction to Face Reading and Face Reading for Successful Relationships user guide. Here they are, Portia de Rossi. It's actually her adopted name. The original name is Amanda Lee Rogers, and Ellen DeGeneres. Let's look at their faces separately and then see how they fit morphologically as a couple. I have to say, I miss Helen doing stand-up comedy. I don't really watch TV, only news and sometimes stand-up comedy. And George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Helen DeGeneres have been my most favorite comedians. In fact, I think I will do a reading on Robin Williams next. Both men, unfortunately, are gone, so she is the last woman standing. So let's go back to Portia de Rossi. It looks like Portia is clearly a Venus. Venus is a Roman adaptation of the Greek goddess of love, Aphrodite. Indeed, of all 12 personalities, the Venus are the most concerned with love and being loved. They want to know that they are loved, they want to hear about it, they love to be flattered and adored. The Venus loves a lover, the child, all the children of the world, the whole humanity, and all the creatures in the world. They're often involved in social causes and bringing worrying parties to the negotiating table. The Venus is very lively, spunky, and resourceful. They have a lot of practical intelligence and know how to organize things to make everyone comfortable. Most of the time, it's very important for female Venus to have children. And now let's read the face of Ellen DeGeneres. Here she is. It's usually hard to find a photo of a person looking straight into the camera. So if I'm fortunate to find one, at times it may be a few years outdated. Here you can see Ellen is clearly a sun personality. The sun are the least aggressive of all sanguine personalities. They do not do things to conquer, to promote themselves, or to prove themselves, or to seduce someone. Though sociable and great if invited, if not invited, they're just fine. Out of sight, out of mind is how they operate. They're naturally detached, aloof, and distant, and often mistakenly perceived as arrogant, but they're not arrogant. They're simply comfortable being on their own. They form few close relationships and are very choosy who they pick as friends. So because of her profession, Helen appears to be quite sociable. But make no mistake, she is very private and shares what's really inside with very few. A sun may choose to be in a romantic relationship only when they decide it is time for them to be in one. Even then, they will need a lot of space and time for themselves. Someone who wants to be with a partner all the time will make them feel suffocated, and they will quickly find a way out of such a relationship. The sun are good listeners, but unless asked, they don't share their own ideas readily. People like to be around them because the sun do not impose their ideas and usually know more than they say. The mind of the sun is analytical and synthetic. Like Mercury, they are capable of both having original, creative ideas as well as see old ideas in a new way. Now let's look at this interesting feature, the eyebrows. As you can see, they're almost straight, meaning, of course, stubbornness. You can also say persistence will to achieve, not giving up. Most of the time, it's all of the above. And look at this space where Ellen's mouth closes, and then, you see on the left side, there is still a line. It's called executive power. Paired with stubbornness, this definitely allows Ellen to persevere and achieve whatever she wants to achieve. She could have become an outstanding anything. And look at the ears. You can see that Ellen's ears are far from the skull, compared, for example, with her partner's ears. The farther away the ears are from the skull, the more independent a person is. Paired the independence or the independent ears with the sun face that she has, who really the sun needs a lot of space. Then you have a person who has a need for any friend or spouse to let them just be. And to understand that if the sun, if Ellen wants to be on her own, it doesn't mean that she doesn't want to be with the other person, just that she needs space or time for herself. And finally, the temperaments, the qualities people are born with. As you can see, both are primarily sanguine. Portia is a pure sanguine, and Ellen is a sanguine of the bilious jaw, which makes her simply more enduring. In my video, Face Reading for Successful Relationships user guide, this kind of people, what do you think, are? Yes, they receive yellow light. Proceed with caution, there must be bumps on the road. In my book, I elaborate why it is so. But first, let's remember what sanguine temperament is. As sanguine, both Ellen and Portia are physical, active, and muscle coordinated. Both love sports and competition. Both are territorial, guard their space, generous, courageous, short-tempered. Both get easily bored, have short attention span. Both are great communicators and are fun to be with. So why, you may say, yellow light? Why not green light? Well, remember, the animal archetype of the sanguine is a lion. Imagine two lionesses. Each is a queen and wants to run her own show. The hope in this relationship lies in what they acquired in these lifetimes, their personalities. Let's look at it. Portia is a Venus, and Ellen is a Sun. The Sun has fewer demands than Venus does. The Sun just needs his, her privacy when they need it. And the Venus, remember, is good at feeling people, at making them feel comfortable, coupled with life experiences and the fact that both have blue eyes, meaning the ability to detach. They may get along well by not needing to be in each other's face all the time. And once there is no need to be together all the time, people can actually enjoy being with each other all the time. Sounds like a paradox, but it's not. The only obstacle to a harmonious relationship here, I see, there might be that because Portia is a Venus, Venus always has interest in having children. The Sun would care less, or not. Possibly they somehow negotiated it. The uterus is a seat of creation or creativity, and Portia is creative and may find a different way to fill her need for physical creation. Or, as I said, they will compromise and find a way. Except for this, I think that this couple may very much live happily ever after. And that is all for Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. And thank you very much for being with me today. Sorry, my voice a little hoarse. I'm looking forward to getting your feedback. Peace to all who want to live in peace.